The Viper has been deveined. That's what last thing I heard, Corey Graves said it, not me. The Archie Carter, the Southeast mouthpiece. That is King HP. You are you, we are we, and this is Attitude Era Podcast WWE SmackDown recap. 5 minutes after anything WWE, we live. It's Friday, so you know what that is. Thank you for joining us and everybody tapping in early. We missed you last episode. Where you was at? But
It's awesome.
HB,
Awesome,
SmackDown just went off. You want to start at the end or you want to start at the beginning? It's on you, my brother.
That's a good question. I mean, we can start at the beginning, I guess, because the end is really what we really want to talk about. So start at the beginning because it ain't gonna be much. It really ain't. We got the Tiffany Stratton promo. You know, she is
Tiffy time.
She is Miss Money in the Bank. You know what I'm saying? So I had to break out my little joint, my little
briefcase, kind of small there, bro.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, it goes to some of these dudes. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We got the gang out there. You know, I had to break out the guys today because.
So Tiffany Stratton opens the show.
She opens the show. Then we get Bayley interrupting her, talking about, you know, just Bayley stuff. But then we get Nia Jax. I almost said Nia Long. I had to swap that around. And I thought this was interesting because it puts this dynamic together, right? Because you have the Queen of the Ring winner, Nia Jax, right? She's talking her stuff because she knows she's getting Bayley, and your homie is the Miss Money in the Bank, and we see it later when Machine they attack Bayley. Machine comes with a kendo stick. Here's that whole NXT. I don't know what's going on with her, but
I don't know what's going on with any of this.
Yeah, I don't know why Machine keeps coming out. But anyway,
Machine came out. I get why Nia Jax is involved with Tiffany Stratton, but I like it and I don't like it at the same time. Tiffany Stratton, when you win the Money in the Bank briefcase, you hot. That's all you need. I don't think she needed anything else to heat her up. But like you always say, a good Shawn Michael Diesel relationship between women, you've been asking for that for a while.
Yeah, because one thing that can sell these pay-per-views even more, where you're more invested, is the storylines. So yeah, she is hot. We all love Tiffany Stratton, and we're gonna get to that right here in a minute.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. So basically, they get Nia Jax versus Mission again, going back to the North American Championship match on NXT, and I was like, I don't know, because Nia Jax they still got the same, like, damn, how many weeks? Anyway,
you know what's crazy? Match. She did the same thing in NXT. When Jada Parker beat her next week, which I think was Tuesday, if I'm not mistaken, our weeks mesh around here. She came out the crowd and she's doing the same thing in NXT and on SmackDown.
Facts.
It's weird.
Yeah, I think I don't know what's going on with Mission. I really hate to see it because we just did that women's appreciation conversation, but yeah, Nia Jax gets the victory, not so easily, but you know Mission looks good, but she gets the victory. They jump Bayley now because Bayley was trying to root on for Mission and all that. They jump Bayley. Now here's where the dilemma comes, right? Because Bayley's laid out and Tiffany Stratton's looking over the body. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And she was about to cash in. I mean, she tried to give the joint.
She on her TLC. She creeping to the corner. And then Nia said,
Now Nia's the fool. Because to be honest, let her cash it in. Because once you cash in, you're a champ, cool. But now I got to see you in a fresh. You'll be fresh when you see me. Because when you cash in, I don't want to, you know what I'm saying?
It just felt real muddy. It felt real muddy. It felt like they said, Bayley has nothing to do tonight. Let's throw her into something because she's a champ. But I don't know. It's weird. It's weird.
Yeah. But in that conversation.
You know what's the worst part about all of this? I forgot Bayley was even the champ.
So Liv Morgan does numbers. Liv Morgan and Rhea do numbers. We know this because we see certain shorts and stuff that we post. We know who always going to go. And I'll go back to that woman's Money in the Bank. They said, even though women's were from both shows, they didn't even mention Liv Morgan getting cashed in on. They said whoever wins is gonna cash in on. But like they just completely wrote it that like Bailey's the only option. You know what I'm saying? Like we want to take the and I was like,
It's
damn, that's a
maybe
big
because
massive.
they feel Bayley needs a heater. Tiffany Stratton's a great heater. I like Tiffany Stratton. I like what she's doing. Yeah, Miss Awesome Sauce said maybe Nia doesn't think Tiffany is championship material. Like she thinks she's beneath her. Maybe we
Yeah,
gonna
but
see. It's interesting.
that's
I
that's coming
might
from a
be
chick
in
that never won the belt either though.
I might be in the minority on this one, but I don't dislike Nia Jax.
And what you
When Nia Jax is on my TV screen, I'm watching because she's
why?
you know what she's kind of like a little bit. She got a little Brock Lesnar in her
I can
because
see that.
when Brock
Female
Lesnar is
version.
on the TV, you don't know what you're gonna get. Brock Lesnar hurts people. I'm not intentionally, except for Braun Strowman. He put them paws on Braun Strowman.
That receipt.
Brock Lesnar goes off script. Brock Lesnar curses. Brock Lesnar is unpredictable on that TV screen, and I think Nia Jax got a little bit of that in her. Remember when her and Charlotte fight? Damn, they got Charlotte Flair. Damn, they got in a fist fight in the ring.
I wish I could. I wish I had that video queued already. Like
That the whole she created the man. She made Becky bleed. The my whole thing like Nia Jax like she is y'all might it's WWE, right? It's World Wrestling Entertainment. You might not like the wrestling part of Nia Jax, but the entertainment part of Nia Jax.
value there's a lot of value therein. What up,
So
Benny? Oh, see, you might be in the majority. We just probably thought we was in a minority because
hey,
Miss Awesome Saucy talking spicy was she like Nia too.
so after that, what we had, man, it was very good. Good.
I gotta I gotta say this too because she brought up a point that I injured you. You went away in 2017 and you came back as BBL Bayley. So we
BBL
hashtagging that
Bayley.
BBL Bayley. Because if you notice in the last like year and some change, people have been like on social media sites, they've been like looking at the cakes. You know what I'm saying? No bakery. You know what I'm saying? But they be like, yo, Bayley, the cakes. I'm just putting it out there. You know what I'm
I
saying? Because it's already
enjoy
out.
a nice slice of cake.
And we know the Rock
Nice,
love pie. If you get
warm,
some cakes and some pie, oh
fluffy,
my
angel food cake.
God.
What's your favorite kind of cake, HP? All right, what happened after this segment? Don't answer that question. Don't do that. Might be kids watching.
Might be kids watch.
Brother,
Oh
Rock
man.
had us running around as kids talking about our favorite kind of pie was poontang pie.
Poontang pie. I mean, that's not a problem because life had you talking about
Attitude ever. You heard me?
attitude era.
Okay,
Yeah,
Marley said, Colbert said Nia has definitely improved since she came back. Like, I think, and for Triple H to trust her to be queen of the ring, that says something else too. But Nia, all right.
yeah, I think
You know
damn.
what Bayley is? Bayley is that character in like the 1980s movies where like she was a nerd and had the glasses on with her hair pinned up. And at the movie, she just took her glasses off and put her hair down, and everybody's like, "Oh, she's amazing." She'd been that. She just took her hair down, took her glasses off.
I
So
agree. However, Miss Awesome Saucy talking spicy, you know I'm gonna do some research on this. This is the category I'll be more than happy to research. We're gonna find out if she was always did she always have the jiggly wigglies or
the
you know what I'm saying?
Jiggly Wigglies. You
Jiggly
heard it
Wiggly.
from King HP himself.
That's the anyway, we're gonna move on past that. But then we get the
Shout out to
bloodline vignette.
Jordan Kirby. We gonna get that, Jordan. We gonna get there. Go ahead, HP.
We get some bloodline vignettes about tonight people are gonna by the end of the night you all will acknowledge me. And that really I really thought the episode we got Baron Corbin and Apollo Crew. Like, what are we doing when we even bring these guys back on TV?
You know, I once upon a time was a Baron Corbin stan. You know why? Because I went
Lone
to a
Wolf, Baron
house show.
Corbin?
I went to a house show, right? Baron Corbin showed so much personality in that house show and a move set that we don't see on TV in that house show that it made me a fan. It's been several house shows that I've been to where I saw sides and moves from wrestlers that they don't do or you see on TV. And Baron Corbin was one of those people for me. But to see what happens to him on main roster is it's very weird. That might be the most random tag team ever. Baron Corbin and Apollo Crews. Again, I felt like they were sitting around with Bayley and catering and say, hey, y'all ain't got nothing to do. We need somebody to go to the ring. And they wanted to go to the ring. Because both of them was just coming off stints in NXT. Baron Corbin was in the running for NXT Tag Team Championship a few weeks ago.
Damn. Yeah, I mean, one, Money in the Bank was just happened, and we got people sore. Andrade, Carmelo Hayes. You know, you got people. You got to take it easy a little bit.
I didn't think I would see Zoe Stark this soon. I didn't think I would see Chelsea Green this soon, but we see him.
But you've seen them. They didn't really do anything. They just were trying to go find Nick Aldis, and they couldn't find him because he wasn't there. It was a weak show, but let's get to the nuts and bolts. But you had that match with Angel and Berto, and whatever. We had Blair Davenport, and I only say that because I'm gonna get to a point of why these guys are in limbo, and it aggravates me because if I compare it to a different time period in wrestling, this was not the case, and I'm gonna get into that why. That's why I just want to kind of like.
Yeah, Naomi had a match.
Naomi had a match with Blair Davenport.
She won.
Decent little match. Yep, she won. I clean, nice little match. In the backstage, she got jumped by, not jumped, but she was hit from behind. And
well, before that, she ran into hot tag strength spot. I mean, Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill. What you laughing at? I thought that was ain't that what they did? She ran into Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill, and of course they had their whole Black Girl Magic moment, which I'm never mad at. And after that, they walked away, said they're gonna get the tag titles back, and then Blair Davenport attacked Naomi and laid her out. So that happened.
I also agree that they got to do something with these tag teams.
They got to do something with Naomi. Naomi should have been on their necks. She should have been like, y'all lost the titles. I left. Y'all lost the titles. They could have caused some kind of tension or friction. Like, build that story. Because when either Bianca or Jade turns, they're going to need somebody with them. They could have planted the seed. Like, she could have been like, y'all don't mess with me. Y'all, we had our Mania. Y'all did Mania without me. Y'all just left your girl. Boom, boom, boom. And then they could have walked away. Blair hit Naomi, and they panned the camera to Jade and Bianca looking, then just turning and walking away. You just made a whole story.
Yeah, that was a little bit wild. I think they're missing opportunities. I'm not gonna say they're missing opportunities, but it feels like they are. But I don't know what they got cooking, right?
I felt like they cooked so well up until the past big pay-per-views that like we say here, when we drop our videos, we might do hundreds, thousands, whatever, right? Long as people watching, we're going to continue to drop. Every time at base ain't a home run.
Facts.
Sometimes you're going to hit a single, sometimes you're going to hit a double, but we just trying to get on base. Vinny, man, go ahead. Shout out to Vinny, man. If you didn't know, we do this gaming thing here, and we gamed last night with the homie Vinny. We had a good time.
Facts.
Naomi,
Laura Calvin. I
she can because they're gonna need that at some point.
A female in there?
Yeah, that'll be hard.
Why did I have Nia Jax? You related to The Rock, like straight up. And
I think that would be hard because physically she's bigger than everybody in the bloodline right now. That the visual of that, if she's not an absolute monster, you can't have Jacob Fatu doing what he do, and she, you know what I'm saying? It's just
I would
It could work if she's an absolute monster, though.
But here's the thing: even on the NXT level,
if
Ava,
Jacob is the Samoan werewolf, she got to be the Samoan she-wolf or something. She got to match his whatever.
No, just leave it be because you want her. I guess they want this Queen Nia thing because she won the Queen of the Ring, which is dope, and she's a monster anyway. Fuck it, don't even try to change it because Nia Jax ain't the best talker, but she's all right. She's not bad with her promo, but I wouldn't want you to put her in a position where now she feels unnatural because she doesn't have a crazy move set like Jacob. That's what makes because werewolves. First of all, they hunt in packs, so whatever. He's perfectly suited. But you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't want her to start being unnatural. But from a bigger standpoint, Ava, The Rock's daughter, runs NXT as the general manager. You have female side. You have I almost called her Trini, but Naomi and Nia Jax were related. Like you could really open
either one of them could have been, or they could still do that. Naomi on one side with her husband, who is Jimmy. Wherever Jimmy goes, or you could cause tension in the family, and she's on the opposite side of Jimmy. So we'll see. So after that happened, what we had HP.
Oh shit, we had the DIY.
Jacob can turn on Solo, and I in my mind, I have Roman and Jacob on the same team. Whenever this thing hits, for some reason, I don't know how it happens, but I think Roman and Jacob is on the same team.
I feel like it's going to be the opposite and Solo goes back because they're going to bring up Zilla, and it's going to be like a new bloodline that's under The Rock, and The Rock don't want none of the old people. The Rock don't want nobody who was involved with WrestleMania because The Rock going to say, look, I pinned Cody.
You know what it is? It's NWO Wolfpack.
Yeah, that's why I said you could call the Roman bloodline the dynasty because all of them dudes, with exception of Solo, have won a title.
I just call them bloodline. I refer to the
let Solo stay over there.
Blood. New blood.
Let Solo stay over there. We don't want Solo. Go get Sami Zayn because he won a title and he's an honorary Uso. So the Usos had belts. Sami Zayn had a belt. Roman had belts. They're the dynasty. We're better than you. Blah 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 blah. And then you roll out that match.
Yeah, Dynasty. Great album. Rock La Familia, by the way.
Rock La Familia. But here's my issue, and this is why I wanted to skip over that Baron Corbin stuff, because it's really, it is what it is. Decent match though, but I've been talking about these mid-card titles. One, I have a big problem with Logan Paul maintaining this long-term 252-day championship.
He's probably going to drop it at LA Knight because we thought tonight LA Knight is going to have the match with him at SummerSlam. So,
but he only has 2 defenses, right? Which is egregious because Roman could do that because when COVID happened, he was putting in work. You haven't put in work. So I don't know what the numbers are on the analytics. I don't see WWE numbers. They do. However, this is my issue, right? Baron Corbin could be going for a mid-tier title. Maybe he doesn't win it, but he's like the guy who's always going for it. He's had great matches. You know what I'm saying? But there is no mid-tier title for them. And you have LA Knight going for a mid-tier title who beat AJ Styles in WrestleMania, but at January's pay-per-view, Randy Orton, AJ Styles, LA Knight were fighting Roman Reigns for their title. So it's like, hey, you don't win the world title, we'll put you on the mid-tier titles. So now everybody else is in limbo. And when you look back at 80s and 90s wrestling, you had like a crop of guys. And if you won the Intercontinental belt enough times, or you win at it enough times, you go like Razor, right? Razor Ramon went for the world title against Bret Hart, never won the world title, but he's a 4th time.
I think the Bloodline story is so hot that any other story, it's just people really aren't interested in.
Solo did come out on fire tonight. He
yeah. So after the LA Knight thing, was it the tag match? Because that was
it was the tag match, and I was hoping to see the good rematch. They were very aggressive. A-Town Down Under was very aggressive.
A-Town Down Under versus DIY match. We saw, and this is where we saw the Bloodline come out. Right. They cleaned house, and then Cody, Solo cuts a promo. Cody comes out and said, "We ain't got to wait till SummerSlam. We can do it now." Of course, that's Codying it up. So they jump Cody. And Randy Orton comes to the rescue. But prior to this, Randy said, "I got your back, Cody. And after this Bloodline thing is over, it's going to be a lot of people coming at you, and I still got your back." You heard me? But Randy is Viper. Randy's a snake. You don't trust him.
Snake.
You trust a snake to be a snake. So all this happens, and then at the end of this, we see Randy Orton go through a table, and Cody's just helpless in a ring. And that's how we end. That's why when I started the show, I said the Viper has been defamed, because that's what Corey Graves said, and Randy Orton took the brunt of it after this beatdown. So right now, the Bloodline is up.
They're up big. And I thought it was...
they caught the beatdown tonight. They won at Money in the Bank. Cody took one Samoan spike to the neck and was done. So,
but he was stuck in the ropes though. They had my man on that Macho Man Randy Savage. Remember when that Viper bit him? The Cobra bit him?
And you hurt my heart.
What?
Oh. And what you doing, Ant?
What he said?
Randy is looking worthless currently. Ever since he has returned, it's been very mid. The return was overshadowed by CM Punk, first of all.
That was wild.
The return, we never got the real Randy moment. He came in it was the War Games, right?
Yeah.
He came in attached to something. His return was attached to CM Punk's return. And he hasn't been doing anything really solo.
Well, the worst part is he said I'm back for the Bloodline. And then he kind of just like fell to the wayside. They put him in there with KO. Because it's like they're trying to eat up bodies. Hey, we can't have all these top tier guys. Hey, why don't y'all want to do a tag team run? We'll put you two together. Like, I get it. I get it. They killing Randy though.
And maybe Randy doesn't want to take. Well, I can't say that because he's been taking big bumps. So he wants to be active.
Man, that back is. I mean, he's a great seller though. So. At the same time,
down for Solo at SummerSlam and Roman returns. So apparently, we're going to get Cody and Solo at SummerSlam. Chat. The chat is real active. Is this something y'all want to see? Do y'all want to see Solo Sikoa and Cody Rhodes?
I don't think we have a choice because you've invested this to us. When you had
Marley, I think Randy's going to turn too. And if he doesn't, then all this was just for nothing. He has to turn, right? He has to turn and cost Cody something.
Well, if you go back in some of these recaps, I almost want to say it was Awesome Saucy or it was somebody who pointed out that I think it was at the like Money in the Bank or Clash of the Champions when he was like holding up. It was Clash of the Champions when
Randy was looking at the title.
He was looking at the title, and then when Cody cut the promo on on SmackDown, and he had said something like a 14-time champion, and Randy just had that look like, you know what I'm saying? It's been, and then tonight why do you even have to say something like that? There's gonna be a lot of guys coming after that title when this is all done, bro. There's been ever since he won it. There's been guys coming after the title. What do you mean after this is done? Oh, that's when you're gonna be free.
You know what's weird? I feel like Cody is your champion, but he's chasing still.
I think that happens to anybody after they have these big title runs. Like, I don't want to say that for certain.
And he's chasing Solo Sikoa.
No. He's the hunted. When you're champion, you're the hunted. He's being hunted.
No, that's the point. It doesn't feel like he's the hunted. It feels like he's hunting to me.
Maybe.
So we don't have a choice. When do y'all think we see Roman? Because they were chanting, we want Roman, and Solo said something very interesting tonight. He said, y'all didn't deserve Roman, so y'all got me.
I'm a Timu. Here's my Timu bloodline. Go ahead and just ruin it. You got to take Solo out of power.
So is he saying that I'm here because y'all didn't deserve Roman? I'm here because I took Roman's spot. Like, that was a weird line for him to deliver.
I think he messed it up because why would you tell people like I'm great value? You know what I'm saying? Not great value like I'm of great value. I'm talking about when you go into Walmart and it'd be like the Captain Crunch and it'd be the cereal that look like it with the yellow right. And if you like Captain Crunch, try me. That's Solo Sikoa right now.
Stars and berries.
Yeah, like come on, bro. Why would you say that? You wildin'. You have no right to say that. You were supposed to say Roman didn't deserve to keep the bloodline. He couldn't beat Cody.
I don't see that happening. I think something happens in that match, and if we don't get a Roman return, we get a Cody and Randy feud.
Cody and Randy is definitely, so when Roman returns, you got to take care of the bloodline first. He can't even focus on the title yet. It'll be too
And
early.
honestly, I'm okay with Cody Randy. There's two things I'm okay with if we get out of this: Cody Randy, Kevin Owens, Jacob Fatu.
Oh yes, that. Yo, sign me up. I ain't gonna hold you. Jacob Fatu and Kevin Owens, sign me up, because they will bring the best out of each other. The way they wrestle,
they're gonna go.
They're gonna go. It's gonna be something, and it'll definitely be the match of the night more than likely. Bayley is more fun to watch as champ than Cody, and the women's storylines are more. I'm gonna disagree with that, Ant. I think Liv is more fun to watch than Cody, not Bayley. Bayley, I just be like, I mean, I do like that BBL Bayley. I do like her with going against Nia Jax, because Nia Jax.
That's a lot of women's in the ring.
Yeah. I'm for it. You know what I'm saying?
We know.
I'm for it.
If it wasn't, and I would agree with you, if it wasn't for the recent matches that Liv Morgan has had with Zelina Vega, because they've been cooking. Them two have been really cooking. They work well in the ring together.
They need a mid-tier women's title because you still got a lot of talent, and that they're gonna suffer the same Baron Corbin, Apollo Crews fate. You got Apollo Crews going down to NXT, can't get no type of wins. Battle Royal, no spots in the Battle Royal that were really worthwhile.
I got a question. Awesome Saucy makes a good point. She says it was the fans who took away Rock Roman, so they really don't deserve Roman. If Roman had happened, would that have been the end of this bloodline story?
No, but it would have been drastic.
When Rock Roman does happen, is that the end of it, considering all these things that have happened at this point?
It will take it'll be like when they killed Superman. It'll be like there's still a Justice League, but we don't really do much of the big shit like we used to. You know what I mean? Because our big gun is gone. Because that storyline is gone.
Doomsday beat the shit out of Superman.
And I'm just saying, because you'll still have to, you can't just dissipate it in one day. Just like when Shawn Michaels lost to Stone Cold, a new DX came out, right? So you'll probably fall back. You'll have the bloodline taking on blah 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 blah. I have face bloodline. What's next for the bloodline? Is there another royal family or another group?
Does the bloodline dissolve after this, or will it always be a bloodline?
I think you got to start dissolving it, and you got to take Tonga. No, not Tonga Loa. He goes back to the G League.
Camacho.
Yeah, bro. You gotta go back to the
cooking. She always cooking, you know. But
she's Miss Awesome Saucy talking spicy. You know what I mean? But because I think Roman was always going to beat The Rock. Yes, I do too. However, I do think the way they're going now, if they set it up for WrestleMania, because the fans also believe in the gimmicks. And what I mean by that is you can't win the Royal Rumble and just shove that guy off. That's bullshit. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, come on, bro. You could have, because the fans were like, at one point, the fans were, if you go back and think about it, the fans were like, are we going to get this at that February pay-per-view that was in, I think it was in Australia, whatever it was. So it was like, okay, they were okay with that to a degree. But to just shun Cody like that, it was kind of
Cody got sympathy not because he's a babyface. Cody got sympathy because we watched Cody Rhodes get bullied in front of the world.
He smacked. Yo, Cody always look like he about to cry, bro. Like the Cody cornball shit that you did in the chat. Like, it's just so real. If the group chat
ever gets leaked, we all going down.
Yo, for real. But I do enjoy Cody's run. I think he gets a lot of shit because he's finally one of the best runs in history.
I don't think he's done anything.
But it's like, all right, let me look at the WWE for some fault here. You put this motherfucker in a match with Logan Paul out the blue, and then didn't put the U.S. Championship on the line, so we had at least a little something. Then Cody could have dropped that belt at Money in the Bank. Like, hey, Cody, you don't want to, since it's a 6-man tag, your world title's not on the line. But let me tell you something. You get pinned, you lose your U.S. title, right? Like, whoa, that's a wild stipulation. Why would we do that? Just to put it on Solo Sikoa, just to put a piece of gold on him in a weird, match. And notice when he got that pin, Jacob Fatu was right there. Jacob Fatu could have pinned Cody, but he held him just so he could spike him, just so he could get the pin. So it's like the Bloodline people are falling in. We want you to be our champion. Look, I got gold and I got it beating Cody. Roman couldn't do this. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, oh, okay, now we're cooking, because that U.S. title is like the 2K title right now. It's worthless. It's worthless. It's on a podcast and sits. Shit trash, bro.
Well, tell them why you really feel, HP.
Because I like Logan. I like him wrestling matches. Let him be like Lawrence Taylor was with Bam Bam. Have a spectacle match here and there or whatever. Put him in the
I think if
storyline.
Logan Paul doesn't have a title, he's not in the WWE. I think Logan Paul has something going on, and you were absolutely right. I think Logan Paul has some other business dealings with WWE, because we talked about this. Think about all of the brands and branding throughout the years of wrestling. Prime was the one they settled on, and you have to look at the Prime hydration station and Prime bottles in the ring every week. If anything,
I don't know the analytics. I know they must be pretty good though for them to.
It has to be. It has to be.
Right. But I think it's bullshit.
Cody took Rock spot in 39. Yeah, because Cody main evented two. That's the thing. I don't think people wanted to see Cody, quote unquote, finish the story. We just didn't want the movie to have a trash ending because we've been following it for a year or two. That's the thing.
That flying elbow that took out Orton was weak, and the super kick is starting to get watered down. Hot facts. Let me ask you this though, because it's like there's like 3 basic moves in wrestling now: the punch, the chop, and the super kick. Everybody's super kicking. Shawn Michaels' move was not protected whatsoever, to where it's just I hate it. I hate it. I don't even know why. Tell them why you mad.
Nobody, a lot is not protected. But
Jey Uso versus Jimmy Uso in a super kick match.
Let down. Made no sense. But
I like Solo.
So the Bloodline again, the hottest thing in the company. Bloodline's the hottest thing in the company right now, I would say, right?
It is. Followed by Liv Morgan, probably. Followed by probably no, I'm lying to you. Drew McIntyre, CM Punk is arguably close to the Bloodline. It's definitely behind it, but it's close. It's probably the next closest thing to it.
I don't think it's close, but I think it's a slow build that if we get something good out of it. See, we got to get something good out of CM Punk.
We ain't got no match yet.
That's what I'm saying. We got to get something good out of Punk because we've been getting great work out of Drew McIntyre. You know what's crazy? You didn't even mention the YS6.
Oh yeah, they already played out. I was on 2K. I was on 2K and looked at. They got to take him off the game, bro.
The 3-man.
You see how J. Cole took that?
See, that's the. I didn't mean to cut you off, but
no, go ahead.
Something has to change. You shouldn't be bringing in Jacob Fatu with his moveset and still doing the things you were doing without Jacob Fatu. You brought him in to do something different, and he's been getting the spotlight on him because he's getting his hands dirty.
Jacob Fatu, after next year's WrestleMania, will move into singles competition, singles belts, and he will start.
Here's a better question: think of Jacob Fatu. I was about to say Primo and Epico, Tama Tonga, Tamaloa. I think Zilla has been mentioned. Zilla Fatu maybe comes up, and whoever else. When this Bloodline thing is over, how many of these people are still active on the WWE roster?
I think Tama Tonga stays. Jacob Fatu stays. I gotta see about Solo. Honestly, Solo is kind of. I don't know.
Solo Sikoa not attached to anything. I don't think it works.
He's got to get better mic skill. Like Jacob can go on every facet: mic, ring, entrance, like selling moves if he wants to.
Jacob Fatu is probably the second best wrestler in that NOIE tree, and number one would be Umaga. And Jacob Fatu has a lot of Umaga in him.
I don't know. There's some pretty damn. Don't forget Yokozuna, man. That dude was huge, and he could wrestle. Like he had good moveset before he got super, 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 super big. When he was around 500 and he was a 2-time champ, he was moving. He had a super kick. Don't forget, and he was 500 pounds, 500-pound super kicker in 1993.
Umaga, the original Spike.
I ain't gonna hold you. Umaga was dope. I liked Umaga. What we got here and not getting injured again. He must be talking about CM Punk. Yep, he is. CM Punk got to get some matches in.
Phil needs to go somewhere. Phil needs to go somewhere.
What? Phil?
You know how every time Bret Hart talk about Goldberg, he calls him Bill Goldberg? I'm going to refer to CM Punk as Phil Brooks every time from now on. Phil Brooks is a disruptor. You know how I know? Because I'm a disruptor. Stop disrupting things, Phil Brooks.
Yo, I can't. All right. I'll go with you on that. I do like CM Punk still because of the mic work. I ain't gonna hold you. Like I'm not.
Again, my point. I always say it. People like Phil Brooks for everything but wrestling. But even when he was put in commentary positions and when they brought him back to host that show, it doesn't work out.
I can't fucking disagree. Like yeah.
You ever, you know, this is where it goes left. At some point in this show, it always goes left with me. HP. I think I know you somewhat very well. Man, as a man, we've all been to this exact scenario I'm about to describe to you, and ladies, you might can understand it. You ever see somebody, they look good, you admire them, and you ask yourself, why is this person single?
Yeah, the fuck yes.
And then you get to know them, they get to talking, and you like, you know what? I know why you single. Phil Brooks, we know why you've been single in wrestling companies. Disruptor. So
I can't say nothing. I'm not. It's not that I want to throw mud, but the proof is in the pudding. Like just look at the ground and what fruit is on the ground. Don't tell me this is a banana tree and there's nothing but apples here.
And then the whole AEW stint, it was bad. Like it was bad.
Yeah, even with the bullshit, even the bullshit that he got back, you don't have to go on a mic and start putting it all out there. Somebody has to be the bigger person as a champ. I remember Undertaker was talking about Bret Hart, and he said Bret Hart conducted himself. Now we ain't talking about when he punched Vince after he got screwed over and shit. But
Bret Hart, the real one.
He was the first hot tool in WWF, bro.
Bret Hart, the real one.
He put that shit right on Vince's face. Pause.
Hey yo.
Yeah, I didn't. I was in the moment. I was rolling. That shit was going because he did. He spit on that man's face like, and he.
And I agree on the mic. Phil Brooks is good on the mic, but you have to ring the bell at some point.
I wish Tay Rock would just battle him. You frail body bitch.
Oh man, you wilding with that. But yeah, I mean, and I'm not gonna hold you. When I was a straight edge society, I was a fan of the straight edge society. Like the ECW Phil Brooks era, I was a fan of. The best in the world, but then like I say, it's a lot to the guy. I think another problem with him is some people just aren't made to work for other people. And I don't think he can work. I don't think he can have a boss, to be honest. Some people just don't work in structure like that.
He's never really had structure. Like he was a backyard wrestler that made his way onto the indie scene that then so he's always kind of like, and then he got around, he made a good name, like, you know what I mean? And then I forgot where he went, but then when he got to WWE, it didn't last. He was disgruntled because he couldn't.
They were going to fire him. Paul Heyman saved him. So it could be the whole Phil Jackson thing, right? People like you're gonna play for the coach you respect. Darvin Ham just got fired from the Lakers. You know why? Because nobody respected Darvin Ham as a coach.
So they did that motherfucker greasy though. Last year they had nothing but praise. If we would have played the whole year together, we went to conference final. This year they out, gone. And
so we seem to have a split room on this CM Punk thing.
I think most people are still just into
Phil Brooks thing.
Mike. He sells. He'll talk. I mean, when he talks, it's quality. That's why I like when Seth got him this past week. I felt like Seth got the one up, but he makes everybody's mic game improve, and that's the biggest part of WWE in today's society, like in today's era. If your mic game is trash, you can hang it up, buddy. You're going to be very limited. You might get a title run, they'll take it right off you. You won't, like Bobby Lashley. They got Bobby Lashley. I don't know where he at.
And he's a legit fighter.
Yeah. Legit. And it's like, I remember we beat the shit out of Uncle Howdy. I'm not here to play games. Like, he sounds like Mike Tyson, just not as intimidating, but you see
I just saw Jon Moxley lose a fight to a guy that worked at Whataburger, and he wouldn't shake his hand afterwards. Weird times in wrestling.
Jon Moxley is...
He always thinks he's above everyone else. Again,
CM Punk, man. I want to defend him, but it's like the proof is in the pudding.
Documentation beats conversation. Everything is documented.
Talk to them.
So we don't have to talk about it. We can show you.
Microphone development program is needed. You can't really... I agree with you, Hot Facts. I just don't think you can do that because people's characters and gimmicks and who people naturally are. I'm a talker. You put me... what's the old adage? There's no stranger. There's no such thing as a stranger.
You never met a stranger.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, but yet I'm an introvert. And you'd be like, what? How are you an introvert? I battle with myself to make myself physically go and like talk to somebody. Right?
Really?
But like, I'm a party in every bag. Like, I can go into any room, and unless they're like some Spanish speaking motherfuckers or some Chinese speaking motherfuckers, where like I can't understand what you're saying.
Whoa.
I'm just being honest. Like, I can fit into any room, and we're gonna have a great time. We gonna, you know what I'm saying? Sip a little bit.
I have a 10, 15 year plus radio career in media, so talking for me is pretty easy. And I could read a room, and I'm kind of like you. I don't like attention like that, though. I don't want to be leading a conga line like you. I
ain't gonna hold you. There was a time in my life that we ain't talking about me, then what the fuck were we talking about? So I had to you know what I'm saying, humble myself a bit. But at the end of the day, I can be very charismatic and I can understand that. Some people just can't do it, but they're great in the ring. They're great technicians. They're very athletic. They can do a lot. Shelton Benjamin, he had a great body. He had great ring work. However, you give him a mic and it's like, we're clear.
Yeah, but when you put him with Kurt Angle and what's my man name? The world's greatest tag team. It was cooking.
Yeah. But see, then eventually it stops for whatever reason.
My point with the Bloodline. When the Bloodline thing is over, where do you put some of these people?
You put Tom Loa in the G League, in the cheap seats. My man botched a nut shot. Bro, you don't know a low blow. I've never seen anyone botch a low blow.
He botched his debut.
Yo, shout outs to him though, because it's a lot of pressure to do that stuff too and be on cue. Like we've seen Papa Shango miss cues.
So you think it's easier to perform in front of a crowd or talk in front of a crowd? 20,000 people. What do you think is easier, to have the match or cut a promo?
Cut the promo. Way easier. And that's me talking. And the reason I say that is because those matches have so much timing and so much shit involved. Like, and then as time goes on, like as time runs on, a promo, you can switch gears. right? You can, and then the crowd can give you something to play off of. You know, I remember one of the interviews they were chanting, "Shawn is gay, Shawn is gay, Shawn is gay," and Shawn Michaels was like, he just stopped his promo with Jim Ross. He's like, "Keep that mic up here," boom, and then he stopped. And he's like, "Why don't you go ask your sister and your mama how gay Shawn is?" You know what I'm saying? And then he's just like, you know, but a match, you're physically getting tired.
I know,
and you might have a.
I got the looks.
You know, you physically get tired, and then you got a big spot where you got to jump halfway across the ring like Shane's coast to coast.
So here's a question for you. Flair Steamboat, right?
Classics.
Pipe bomb. If Jerry had a decision to make, and y'all in the comments too, if you could have a classic match or cut a classic promo, which one would you prefer attached to your jacket and your career?
Classic promo. More people have been launched into superstardom off classic promos than have been launched into superstardom off classic matches.
That's crazy when you think about the sport of wrestling.
Yeah, 100%. Steve Austin wasn't launched into another stratosphere until he said Austin 316 says I would just whip your ass. Yet, Survivor Series 1996, he wrestles Stone Cold, or maybe it was 97. No, it was 96. He came back because he lost to Shawn. He goes, I'm going to take on the best wrestler in the company, Steve Austin. Steve Austin still using the $1 Million Dream at that time because he was still Stone Cold, but he didn't have his whole moveset. And he's got Brett locked. Boom. And Brett goes to the corner, locked in a $1 Million Dream, can't escape. He's about to go to sleep, jumps onto the turnbuckles and goes backwards, rolling over the top of him. Stone Cold can't break his own $1 Million. Like, it was so fire, bro. Then they go to WrestleMania 13, another classic match. But Stone Cold isn't Stone Cold.
It took the promo. Mm-hmm. You can bump your thighs and reach your giant 316, but Austin 316 says I just whooped your ass.
Even The Rock. The Rock never got better at matches. The Rock, from Rocky Maivia to the Nation of Domination, his match quality never changed. But his promos did. His promos damn sure did. Yeah, so I'd rather have, and it's sad to say that because you're right, in the sport of, I could rewatch a classic match and, Mick Foley has a bunch of classic shit, but they never gave him the run that Roman Reigns had. Why not? Okay, that match is over.
Foley?
Huh?
You seen Mick Foley?
Bro.
You seen Roman Reigns?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
No taken.
Because the point is selling. Promos is selling. Your champion, how he or she looks, is selling. So it is what sells. So and the chat is saying that promos is what people. Okay, hot facts. Robert said he preferred a match.
I'm not even mad that he would prefer the match, but I'm gonna be honest with you. The promos can launch you. The Ultimate Warrior had no good matches. Another level because the dumb shit he get on there.
He couldn't light a match. He couldn't match the matching game. He couldn't even match the colors of his outfit. Ultimate Warrior was, and he was the look. So,
and Ravishing Rick Rude, watch this. Ravishing Rick Rude, Jake the Snake Roberts, Mr. Perfect, Razor Ramon, all have fantastic matches. Razor Ramon's probably the worst of the first three I named, wrestling wise, but just by a hair. Maybe you can rank them differently. Maybe
Rick Rude was different. Rick Rude was different.
Next level, bro.
Oh,
even Kurt Hennig,
out of shape slob, you to shut your mouth. Why show your woman what a real man looks like?
Put your wife on his shit. It's
put your girlfriend's face on his pants, right in the crotch. Rick Rude was different.
Yo, I'm about to watch Rick Rude tonight. Shout outs to Rick Rude. Ravishing Rick Rude was next level. I wish he would have never got hurt and when he came back to join DX.
And I think I just answered my own question because we talk about promos, we talk about catchphrases, we talk about sayings. Everybody has a Macho Man impersonation. Ooh. Everybody has that. Everybody has a Hulk Hogan impersonation. But we talk about the matches, is the promos, yeah.
Yeah, Ric Flair.
Woo!
Ric Flair, people can remember more Ric Flair promos than anything. I spent more money on spilled liquor, and people just remember that. Limousine riding, jet fly, like, but you start remembering the matches.
Willing did the kill stealing, and I'm having a hard time keeping these gators down.
Promo. That's what I'm when we go off, I'm gonna talk to you about that one. You know what I'm saying? Because it needs to get done. There are so many bars in wrestling, so many bars. You want to catch some good promo? You remember when Matt Riddle, was that his name, Matt Riddle, and Seth Rollins,
bro.
and he was talking about that man's wife and how he don't see his kids and shit. Like, yo, you wildin'.
Yeah, Seth Rollins cooked them.
That shit was crazy. That shit was crazy. Yo, if I've gone through the divorce twice. I'm a 2-time Money in the Bank.
And see, it's been several times in wrestling, going back to even Legion of Doom, Hawk and Animal, right?
Kurt Angle definitely an underrated.
The Hardy Boys, Kurt Angle, they call him Perk Angle, Lita and Edge and Jeff Jarrett and Matt. Like, how far is too far when it gets personal in wrestling?
I think because the Vince McMahon era is over, because Vince McMahon was a piece of shit, that he was gonna allow shit to go too far. And I'll just call it spade a spade. I hate cringeworthy shit. This is why I'll never put. I don't want to say it because he ain't here to defend his boy. But John Cena is the GOAT. I get it. I'm not gonna really argue people too much on it. But like, his whole personality is based on like Tony Yayo and what you couldn't have R-Truth do. Who R-Truth acts like this in real life. So it always aggravated the fuck out of me. Then when he had other, like the Big Show, like I hate that fucking god damn, I hate that shit. You know what I'm saying? But like,
all right, HP about to have a breakdown over there.
But he was dope though. He was dope. You know what I'm saying?
Kobe said, Kobe, hey, we take pride in different things around here in the attitude.
No, you gotta celebrate. You gotta celebrate your life. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? I bet you I can help a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? Because people don't know where to look, where to turn. I'm a 2-time Money. You know, so a lot of motherfuckers win Money in the Bank.
He 2-time Money out the bank champ.
Yeah, for real. Facts. That shit. But
y'all got any more questions? SmackDown tonight. We're gonna rate it? I don't even think it's worth rating, bro. It just was kind of mid.
It was very mid. But I mean, I get it because everything can't be a killer episode, and you got superstars whose bodies hurt. You know what I'm saying? And let's just walk to SummerSlam. We'll gear up when they, you know what I'm saying? Because you don't want to be risking injuries going into your big summer event. So,
yeah, SummerSlam should be good. Do we want Roman back, or should we let it cook a little bit more?
I think we wait a little bit more until we get a new wise man appointed.
I don't think we get a new wise man. I think we get Paul Heyman coming out and maybe introducing Roman Reigns. See, this is. Here we go. You the fantasy booker.
My eyes already went.
How do you bring Roman Reigns back? Does it come somebody's getting beat down and he does a run in? Is he booked for?
He can't run in. He cannot run in.
Wait. Does Paul Heyman come out and introduce him? Or like, how would you bring Roman Reigns back? Not saying part of the story, but the actual return. Is it a run-in? Is it him kicking off SmackDown? Is it a promo? Is it him showing up to the arena? How do you bring Roman Reigns back?
I think for what I would like to see, it has to be SummerSlam. And Cody, it's like the disrespect is at an all-time level, an all-time high. Like he uses the I keep calling it a leg because that's what they call them in Hawaii, but it's called something else for what they use it. Actually, that's not a lei. A lei is like flowers and shit. Vince always took shit too far in promos for facts. I think he uses that.
Just did something to me. I never put R-Truth and John Cena. I never put the two together.
You never. They were actually beefing in real life too back years ago.
I never put the two together.
Mm-hmm. I hated that shit.
I always said if Eminem was black, he'd have been red, man. I always said that, but I never put R-Truth and John Cena together.
R-Truth really be rapping and shit. R-Truth is black. R-Truth has skills in the ring. He always has.
I actually listened to that John Cena album. And you know how you said Tony Yayo? It actually sounds like a G-Unit album if you listen to it.
That's where he got the move from, too. He said it.
The only thing that album missing was a 50 Cent feature.
Oh, nigga, do you?
And Lloyd
know
Banks.
Who this is? You know what I'm saying? And that's where he got it from. John Cena is a complete ripoff. I like the later John Cena where he was just like, all right, no more the Doctor of Thugonomics, and he's coming out. Remember, he was rapping his fucking promos and shit.
I just want and the jerseys and
I'm on that Pan African shit. So and
the Reebok pumps.
I don't want to say what I'm about to say, but I'll leave it like this. I just don't like how people can just
mute
switch
your
up
mic,
and be like,
mute your mic, mute your mic, mute your mic, mute your mic.
But it irks me a little bit. I get very beat-out-ish. So that's where I'll leave it. So if you watch battle rap, you know what I think. I'll watch it. I'll go with you. We could be cool. But like, if I watch you switch up later, I'll be like, see,
my man is passionate about.
Motherfucker just use this shit as a costume. Meanwhile, this motherfucker has to rap his intro because y'all, what's up, what's up, what's up, what's up, da da da, and he coming out with different bars, but he can't.
Leave John Cena alone, man. He about to retire.
Good. He got the whole bald spot. Cut that shit.
Does John Cena win the Royal Rumble? Royal Rumble.
I want him to. My John Cena slander is over. Talk all that shit to bring it right back to here. Yes, win the Royal Rumble. I hate the stat packing of Ric Flair. That I don't want to call.
Cody Rhodes going to be the champion going into WrestleMania?
No. If he is, it makes me hate wrestling a little bit because it's like, stop writing these stories. Shawn Michaels wasn't the champion going into WrestleMania 13. He's supposed to drop that title to Brett.
If Cody doesn't have the title, do we care about Cody Rhodes?
Yes, because we get Homelander Cody. Homelander Cody gonna be something different. Oh man, his heel work. He come out there and he'd be like, "You need me."
Comes back, he not go. I don't know if you want to put Roman right in that title scene right away.
No, you can't. You can't.
It's going to be him and Cody again, and that's not. I don't want to see that again.
Also, you don't want to do it for a couple reasons too. He came off a 4-year run off the title, right? What's his next title run? He already beat everybody you have. You didn't get any new stars. What are you gonna do?
Roman had the title for 4 years.
3.5. And he's so over. I mean, he's literally the equivalent of Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan had that title from 84 to 88, 4 years and 1 month. And after that, even when he didn't have the title, that's what fucked the Ultimate Warrior. I'll drop the title.
I saw that Andre the Giant was undefeated for 15 years.
And motherfucker was like the only person, like, when you think about Big John Studd and like Bam Bam Bigelow and King Kong Bundy, nobody, all those big motherfuckers was not even in the league with Andre the Giant. 7'4", 500 pounds. He's just a monster of a man.
And then one day, a man named Terry walks into town.
Terry Bollea.
I don't think he hasn't handled Bloodline. I don't.
Yeah.
He got to handle Bloodline business, and it has.
And that's going to drag out because you got The Rock heading it all up, and there may be a rematch to that, and they may bring in some more people to dominate. Like, it may be drawn out for a while to keep Roman away from that world title picture.
Hey, no, John Cena. John Cena didn't do nothing but provide quality entertainment and made the most Make-A-Wishes in history.
Good dude. Good dude. Okay. There's a lot of good dudes that, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like,
I was about to say something that would possibly get us demonetized, but
yeah, we ain't doing that. We like John Cena though, but I just hated those years of.
I don't see Roman versus Solo, and if Roman versus Solo, it has to be a squash. Like Roman just overload him and beat him down.
On paper it should be, but if they do that, it's like, well, where was the Bloodline to help Solo? Because the same thing Roman used the Bloodline for a lot of his matches to get wins is what.
Well, he only got to worry about 2 people because Tama Loa's gonna mess up. So
I like Tama Tonga, man. They made him look like an animal his like first 2 weeks, and now it's like he's always just taking L's. Him, Carmelo Hayes, fucking, you know what I'm saying? There's a whole bunch of guys that there's no mid-tier title for them to go for.
Yeah, Kobe. I think if it's not some real top-notch booking and writing, we're probably going to get tired of the Bloodline story if it's not dynamic and spectacular. Because honestly, without this Jacob Fatu introduction, it was kind of getting a little, I ain't gonna say stale, but it needed something. So, but yeah, the
I
Bloodline.
think I think it's funny you say the solo thing with Roman. I think that as far as the basic bloodline before they bring the Rock back to orchestrate the orchestra, it's going to be the biggest match of that group is when he has to go against Jacob Fatu. Because Jacob Fatu is going to emerge to like he's the enforcer for them, but he can outshine Solo to the point where he's running shit. Yep, put that title on LA. Yep, and LA can defend it and bring some prestige back to it, and then he can start fighting people like Apollo Crews, um, Santos, and all these
Bro, I saw
LWO
Cedric
motherfuckers.
Alexander in NXT, and I was like, "What is happening?"
They have nowhere to. There's no mid tier titles. They're not in a tag team. It's like, what are we doing with all these guys? Just send them to NXT. Let them so they can say, look, we got main roster guys here, bro. You got the 13th guy on the bench. It's
Mm.
they should be in there. You got Bronny James. We all know where Bronny James supposed to be. That ain't no fucking
Where he's
accomplishment.
at on the Lakers roster because he earned it.
He earned it. All
He was
right,
the
all right.
best of the best that day when he had to get where he was going.
As a sperm, he was the best of the best that day. He got to where he needed to go.
Shout out to Bronny James for getting it done.
But let me stop acting like I'm hating. I'm happy for Bronny.
Solo has to win. If not, Bloodline 2.0 is pointless. And that's the thing, too. If Solo doesn't get a big win in this, what was all of this for? You know what
The
it
Rock,
is?
the Rock to say he's pulling strings in the orchestra because the Rock still got to come back to. So what? So how does the Rock fit in? The Rock is gonna run a bloodline. Like when Roman comes back and he starts to beat Solo, all of the you're gonna hear that. If you smell, and you know what it's gonna be? It's gonna be the bloodline beating up Roman. Oh my God, it looks like The Rock's about to come save him. And The Rock beats the shit out of Roman, furthering the damage. The Usos looking on probably because it's like, what the fuck? The final boss? Oh, no, 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 no. I don't know what the
You
next
think
format
Final
was.
Boss Rock comes back even more turned up than he was this year?
Mm-hmm.
I don't see
He
how.
hasn't even fully tapped in.
I don't see where he goes.
Oh, I do. He got a bunch of killers. He got a bunch of killers that, because remember, Final Boss told Roman Reigns, I acknowledge you. So you were a secondary. You got a people's title
And
that
he
you took
also
with
told
him.
Cody I was coming back for you. And what was this about?
The Rock.
Yeah.
Remember, he was doing that shit.
Why was he doing that?
Because either one, it was always meant to be a little something to tease, or he just didn't get it.
Or he could have been calling Roman a loser. Like, I know.
Yeah, it may have been. Because remember, he beat Cody in that tag match, not Roman.
That's
But also
awesome. That's what we said. DNA said it himself. And that if Bloodline 2.0 doesn't get a win, it's the same thing with Jey Uso. Why even have this man in the singles? As hot as he is, as he is, I'm not the biggest Jey Uso fan. I hate the whole Yeet thing, but it works. It's not for me, but for the people that like it, Jey Uso should have had some kind of title run, singles run.
the biggest drop ball ever.
Oof.
I don't want to ruin the next thing. Well, they don't know, so technically, but it's either Jake the Snake Roberts. It's Jake the Snake Roberts.
Jake the Snake?
Yep.
Biggest drop ball.
It's Jake the Snake. And I say that to say this. You put a motherfucker in the Hall of Fame with no accolades.
See, we got this thing called Double Up, and we talk about all this on there. Biggest drop ball. That's a good question.
I can also tell you another one, Lex Luger. I mean,
Lex Luger is definitely.
From that perspective, you put this motherfucker on a tour bus to tour the country, red and white and blue, then had him look like the world's dumbest man, not the world's strongest man, not the
Stone
world's
Cold
most
and Hulk Hogan never wrestling with that's a big drop ball.
Yeah. Remember, he won the match on a count out, and then they had all those wrestlers come and pick this man up and celebrate.
Yeah, Lex Luger was a big.
Motherfucker, what? Didn't give him a rematch, so he was dumb on that part to say, I need a rematch. Then he wins the Royal Rumble on a double. the motherfucker goes to WrestleMania 10 and does the same dumb shit again, doesn't get a win. Like, bro, what are we doing here?
What man, Robert got me thinking now. Man, Robert got me thinking over here. I didn't want to think this late at night. Hot facts.
There's a lot of them. $1 Million Man. Anybody who didn't take the belt off Hogan at least once.
Anybody who Hulk Hogan stopped their run in the 80s.
Yeah. How did Mr. Perfect not get a run with the belt? Mr. Perfect was fucking just exuding confidence.
He was perfect. His name was Mr. Perfect.
Same thing with Ravishing Rick. You didn't put the big strap on. If they're around in today's era, they all get belts because every top guy gets a belt at least one run. Yeah. Except for Jey Uso. But
yeah,
they giving him the 80s treatment. That's all this is.
Selling t-shirts. That's all I think that matters with him. He's for the kids, and the kids are you got to bring Jimmy back with Roman because Jimmy's damn near a comedy act, and he's an afterthought. But if you watch Total Divas, like I did, that's who he is. He's like a what? You didn't watch Total Divas?
No, I don't watch no Total Divas.
Total Divas is great entertainment.
Okay, if you say it is, you like it, I love it.
And Jimmy Uso on that show, you can see his personality. He is that kind of silly, funny, comedic role that we saw before he went out with the injury, where he was joking with Roman. So you got to bring Jimmy back with Roman because the new Bloodline, they probably beat his ass, man. He don't fit there.
I agree with you. They also, Money in the Bank, they did like a promo with Jimmy and whatever. And Jay asked him, are we gonna get back together one day?
He said we can be Usos again. It was weird.
So I've never seen a tag team break up ever do that. That like the Rockers and they did but they did like a match. He was asking for like, let's get back together because they ain't putting no singles belts on you, bro.
Yeah. Also, we talked about that. We did the recap of Who Killed WCW. I think Hogan towards the end, yes. In the beginning, he was the draw. He was the reason people came, people watched. But in the end, when that thing got all goofy and weird, they was definitely calling some shots that affected not only themselves but everybody, and everybody got the short end of the stick with some of the Hogan, Vince Russo, Kevin Nash decisions in WCW.
You know, it's shit like this, brother, that has.
Hey, what my man X-Pac say? Hulk Hogan, you suck, pal. And my Scott calling Nash should be here with me right now if they wasn't being held hostage.
What? No, he got sued for that.
Crazy.
That's crazy. But do I want to see babyface Roman? Yes. But not more like anti-hero Roman. Not babyface where he's acting like Cody Rhodes. But if you do a babyface Roman, I hate to say it like this. It's pause on everything I'm about to fucking say. But you got to make Roman more heartthrobish and appeal to the women's type of shit. Because
how much more can you do? That man is beautiful. I forgot we was recording this. My bad. Let me mute my mic.
Hold up. Time out. I'm good. Yeah, my man took a moment of silence for that shit.
I'm just saying, if he walked in the room, it's gonna be I'm gonna have a hard time with, you know what I'm saying? It's Roman Reigns, bro.
I just think you should push him. I'm going to do these a little too fast.
Roman Reigns comes back as a baby face, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's lost his title. This is the thing. Does he come back as a baby face and stand alone, or do you stand him next to Cody Rhodes?
Here's where I need that anti-hero, right? He comes back. It looks like he's helping Cody. And then he just looks at him and goes, get out of my face. Remember, they're going to Netflix soon, so we'll be like, get the fuck out of my face.
But Netflix going to be crazy.
Yeah. Because Netflix, it's like, why? I'm here to help you. I don't need you. This is family business. And you ain't family. Matter of fact, now they will not say anything else about Cody's dad. They will not, because Obviously, Roman just had a recent passing of his dad, which I think that makes him reflect. Like, y'all been saying all this shit about Cody's dad week after fucking week. People are like, well, don't ever say, well, that was a long time ago. A death to somebody is like, you know what I'm saying? Like, a death is a death, bro. I don't care if my mom passed today or 5 years ago. You bring her up, you know what I'm saying? So I think now it'll be more tasteful but disrespectful. It won't be more dad, like your dad. They're gonna take that shit
Ain't
out of
nothing
focus.
better than some tasteful disrespect.
They'll disrespect in other ways. They just won't use the dads anymore.
Like some tasteful disrespect.
They won't say anything about, because the easy comeback. Remember when they were on that stage in Las Vegas and Cody was like, "Well, since you inquired about my father, I'm gonna inquire about yours." And if he was here right now,
and if your dad was here,
yeah, you can't say that shit now.
You know where we from? Don't talk about my daddy. Don't talk about my mom.
Don't talk about
and
my
then
mom.
Now you got to put something on your shoulder, and if you knock the chip off your shoulder, we gonna fight. What you gonna do?
Awesome Spicy, Miss Awesome Sauce. He did more than admit though. He he confirmed it. Like he confirmed it. Like that nigga's beautiful. Like no.
Dominic Mysterio was the reason I grew my mustache, right? Roman Reigns is the reason I grew my beard. So
I just think the anti-hero, Stone Cold was an anti-hero. He was never a baby face like that. Like he just didn't. But he's down here drinking beer. He's giving people the finger, rolling under the ropes, coming out. I'm here to stomp a mud hole, and people like damn dog. He's doing nothing that a baby face does.
Undertaker was an anti-hero too.
But no one got over like Stone Cold did with that shit. That shit was next level. Like the beer truck and shit. Like you know how many people in the audience, kids and shit, he just hitting with beer. Nobody said shit.
With the Stone Cold, this is Attitude Era Podcast, DNA's favorite wrestler, Stone Cold Steve Austin. Was Stone Cold Steve Austin to work in today's WWE?
Yep.
Think so? It's timeless. He has one of the timeless characters.
Timeless, because he's going straight at the boss's neck, and he's like, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? Because that's really like CM Punk, except CM Punk ain't gonna drink no beer.
You say that's with the stars.
A lot of people have taken variations of that and done it. So I think it would work, because the guy who, that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold, bomb, just hit him with a stunner. Bomb. Randy Orton hitting with RKOs out of nowhere. Like, that really is like Stone Cold just hitting people with stunners. Remember, he made Vince McMahon piss himself. So I think
and he beat that man with a bedpan in the hospital.
I think his character works.
Stone Cold was wild.
Character works. It's timeless.
Stone Cold was wild, man.
But you know who's not timeless? Hulk Hogan. You gotta train, say your prayers, eat your vitamins, brother. That shit would not. You start doing that shit today, and motherfuckers gonna fill that ring with that WCW trash, because they be like, get this guy out of here. And you did that shit during the
prayers and vitamins.
Them vitamins was the same. I don't know. I don't want to say that crazy, but obviously they were getting big as hell off them vitamins. What the fuck type of Flintstone vitamins you feed, bro? The motherfuckers was no.
I enjoyed my fair share of Flintstone vitamins in my day.
Anti-hero needs a super villain. So here's the thing: anti-hero needs a super villain. 100% agree. Homeland. If anyone watches The Boys, Cody Rhodes, Homelander Cody is that guy. And let me tell you, he starts heel working, Cody's over. He's through the roof.
I don't see
you need me. Your story was stale till I came. I kicked your ass. I did this, and these people can't appreciate it. Fine, but get out of my ring.
Rhodes only gets over if he's a heel. His heel work. I'm saying the type of, he has to be a JBL type of heel. Like
Homelander. Go watch The Boys, because they're going to Netflix. I don't know if Cody's SmackDown. I don't think it's gonna be on Netflix though.
Cody's not gonna do that.
He needs to.
He's
NWO
not
of the anti-hero, NWO Attitude Era, yeah, but not really, because Roman was over this whole time. Not this whole time, but the last like year and a half. Wreck everyone and leave. Can't no man touch my button. Can't nobody, like, you know what I'm saying? Like that whole promo, that cocky shit.
But see, but you believe that from Roman.
But it's not about belief. Was he an anti-hero or was he a babyface? Was he a villain or a babyface? Or was he neither? He was an anti-hero. He was loved by the
people. We won't believe Cody. Man, we ain't gonna believe Cody Rhodes. That's what I'm saying. The type of heel he has to be is a JBL type heel. He has to ditch the son of a plumber thing and be, my dad was that. I'm up. And y'all now he has to be a JBL Alberto.
You gotta watch Homelander. I'm gonna put a clip in the chat. Homelander is supposed to be a good guy, right? And he's supposed to be saving things, kissing babies. But this motherfucker is demented. He's fucked up in the head. He thinks because can't nobody see Superman. So he like, yo, the fuck? And he be telling people that like I can't even say the things that they say.
Don't.
Yeah, don't. Jesus Christ. But if you watch The Boys, I'm gonna put some clips of Homelander in the thing. You're gonna be like, oh shit. Yeah, that's and then Cody did.
I wanted to start The Boys, but I never started it, man. We be doing too much on the Attitude Era podcast, man.
We got a lot.
It's a lot. We do a lot, and we live 5 minutes after every. Is I think The Rock might have a higher position than Triple H.
He does, but as far as
on
the day-to-day, no, in period.
No, I mean on TV he has to be the boss like Triple H is, but in real life, I think he has a higher position. He got like half.
No, he is higher. He's higher than Triple H in real life. Like,
and he has like half the company in shares and stocks and stuff. Like, he's like majority of the board, right?
Yeah. The company that owns the WWE, Triple H, The Rock is on that board.
Yeah.
Triple H is WWE creative. So he's in charge.
So
what they do on TV, what you see has to go through Triple H. That's why he was trying to say that shit about. But when you saw the documentary, The Rock started sounding real Michael Jordan-ish. Not on some goat shit, but like
The Rock is a politician and a salesman. He's trying to sell everything.
He was just like. So basically, when I realized this, I told them like like it's as if I don't know, but I mean he's the head. He's that guy now. That's why he's on Who Killed WCW. Man, The Rock, you wasn't shit when that shit was going on. Those weekly ratings, you wasn't even a fucking. You were Rocky Maivia with the cornball tassels coming out with a fucking Jerry curl hairline.
Jerry Wilder,
fuck out of here, man.
The blue chip, that's what they call him. The blue chip.
The blue chip is corny as fuck. But his match, he's always been a decent match guy. But
it wasn't until the heel work. See, some people are natural heels because that's who they are in real life.
People do hate The Rock in real life. People love The Rock too. Let's not.
The Rock has been losing like millions of followers on Instagram and stuff. It's like this campaign out right now about why people don't like The Rock. He's like been on a decline with his popularity.
They say he ruins everything.
They say he ruins everything. He tries to sell everything, and he lies. People say he lies, and it's a whole thread and story and on YouTube, and it shows the things he talk about. I mean, I don't know.
That's why him coming back as a heel, the final boss, just works so good. It's just what we want to see, and him embrace that shit.
He need a mustache or something, though.
No.
He needs some
maybe a goatee, maybe a beard,
Yeah,
he might look weird.
Like, the customers at the Krusty Krab waiting for Krabby Patties. Rock needs some facial hair.
Maybe not. He probably look weird with that shit. He probably look like he played at Timmy's Treehouse or some dumb shit.
I don't know what that is.
It was on the Law and Order SVU episode. I don't know how that shit stuck. Like I was like, what the fuck? That's why I stopped watching SVU, man.
What's going on in your brain right now?
No, man, I will never watch that shit.
Law and Order?
She used to play that shit, at night. And I would have these weird fucking dreams. I was like, yo, I hate that shit. I had nightmares and shit. I'd be like, yo, check the kids, make sure they're okay. Nah, bro.
But you watch The Boys and Homelander going crazy.
Because it's fake. But those SVU episodes always be like based on like some real shit. That's that. And I got kids. So that shit terrifies me. The fucking internet and fucking.
I told y'all, Jerry, as we call him, King HP, as y'all know him, is the most interesting man in the world. He is the most interesting. I learned something new about and from this man every day.
I get freaked out by that. He has a PR machine. Hold on, I let that comment go too fast. He has a PR machine. That's what people have a problem with. I mean, most people do though. Just Rock. Just at one point, he was like the most famous guy on the planet. So
His
I mean,
name
I expect
is Dwayne Johnson. That should tell you everything you should know about him. He a hustler.
I think within Hollywood he reached his peak. He'll still have great opportunities though because
I
of who
think
he is.
Roman reached his peak. It's gonna be tough for
You
Roman
said
Reigns when
Roman
he
reached
come
his
back.
peak.
Kobe said that it's gonna if they don't book it right or bring him back right, it's gonna be tough for Roman Reigns to get back to that pinnacle if that's where they want him to be.
I don't know, man. I think when he comes back, it's
And
gonna
if
be
he's a
crazy.
baby face or anti-hero, and Cody's the same thing, whoever your champ is, that's gonna be tough because you know they don't like to do baby face.
That's why Cody's gonna switch, and he's gonna be off the Randy Orton shit because Randy Orton's gonna make him have to snap.
You know it'd be dope, a new legacy.
You can go there too. Take Cody out the title picture for a while, or permanent.
Cody and Randy, Cody kicking, doing Cody vertebrating people, and Randy kicking him in the head.
I just don't know who would they get another person. I just wish the $1 Million Man's son never stopped wrestling.
Yeah, they're gonna get Bo Dallas because the Y6 is done in 3 to 4 months.
Dog.
I think $1 Million Man's son is in jail. I think he's in jail. But from some tax fraud, something he did.
You couldn't call IRS.
Ted DiBiase Jr. Yeah, I think he's locked up.
Nah, that was just the pun. Remember, IRS was $1 Million Man's tag team partner, Money
Hold on, let me look it up. It's
Erwin R. Shyster. What type of dumb these the fucking
yeah, Ted DiBiase was hit with a conspiracy to commit wire fraud and theft from federal funds, and I think his son went to actual prison for it.
I never even heard that shit.
Ted DiBiase Jr. charged in Mississippi welfare fraud. If convicted, he will face up to 5 years in prison for the conspiracy count, up to 20 years for each wire fraud count. Yeah, Ted DiBiase Jr. is he got him to Rico.
Damn, got him out of here, coach. That's wild. You the $1 Million Man's son. That's
good night.
Well, you win some, you lose some, but you live. You live to fight another day, or you just do some dumb shit and you don't. But whatever the case be, that's that. Also, that's funny and ironic. Like
life imitates art. Art imitates life.
But
hey, Willie, I was just thinking it, but I didn't want to say nothing.
I said it when you was reading it. I was like, but Brett Favre did that, and then Willie Nice picked right up on it. Like, yeah, but Brett Favre is free as fuck. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. Facts, awesome, saucy. Don't mess with the government's money, and don't mess with the WWE's money. I think the PLEs, they're advertising Bad Blood already for Atlanta with the Metro Boomin, Cody Rhodes.
What is Metro Boomin doing with Bad Blood? Is he just the face? Is he made the song for the pay-per-view?
Can I say something that's about to be fucked up?
Jerry, you said a lot of things that was fucked up tonight, but we love you, and this is the Attitude Era podcast.
So this is WWE trying to tap into black culture. We've seen it, and I'm not even going to be mad at it.
Cody Rhodes' black thing that's going around the internet.
I hate that shit too.
Cody Raheem Rhodes, they call him.
Yeah, like when Trick Williams asked the barbecue, I'm like, okay, you know what I'm saying? I get it. We're being funny here. Cody cool.
That's why
he looked like he's cool in real life, though.
That's why Trick Williams lost his title. Invited that man to the hey, Marley, hey, scam the whole time.
But no, like, damn, I lost my train.
Shout out to the chat, man. We come on here to talk wrestling, but y'all be vibing with us, man. It's family over here. We just kicking it, Attitude Era podcast. But yeah, man, shout out to the chat, man. Y'all the real ones on Twitter and on YouTube. But
yeah, I messed up. Couldn't get those Twitter comments tonight. I messed up. I'm sorry, y'all. That's my fault. So if you're on Twitter and you're like, what the fuck?
If you're on Twitter, you need to come to YouTube and subscribe.
To the YouTube and drop
hit
it.
That notification button. I promise
you, I'm not gonna make the same mistake twice. I lied to you. I did make the same mistake twice. That's why the Twitter comments are not here. Because I was supposed to be on my phone, but I be getting nervous because people want to call me and
Hey, it's this
inform
thing
me.
called Do Not Disturb.
You can break Do Not Disturb. I'm
Who?
not gonna tell people how to do it.
I don't want no.
No, I do that shit. My ex-wife, she'll do that shit too. In the event of an emergency, like my daughter foot got caught up in that fucking bike when they. I ain't gonna go into it.
Don't do it, HP. Don't do
I ain't gonna
it.
do it. But yeah, that do not disturb. Nah, we double tapping that call button.
Black culture is mainstream culture.
Give a fuck what you doing, motherfucker. We gotta go to the hospital. But no, I say that to say this with the Metro Boomin. You saw Sexy Red on NXT. I think the WWE is realizing now that because Vince is gone, because I think Vince was racist as fuck. Um, I don't want to say he's racist as fuck, but I think there was a element of he did what he was used to. He grew up at a time where white was
I'm
right.
not gonna say Vince McMahon is
I don't want to say he's racist because I don't
racist,
know the man, and that's a hell of a label.
but you can get your shits and giggles off and hide your true feelings in your art and entertainment. You speaking of Law and Order SUV and all that stuff. A lot of times when we hear of such and such writer or producer of the show got caught up in something, it was like something they made a show about, whether it be with some kids
right,
or some sexual assault. So, like I said, the art imitates life, and when you in the entertainment business, you can make a thing, and that's your true feelings about that thing, but you can hide it in your art. I'm not saying that's what Vince did, but some people would say he did that. So I don't know.
yeah, I do think that because again, if
Get
I
them
pull up the stats,
sexy. Get them
if I if
sexy.
I, if I pull up the
Sexy
stats,
Red did a good job with that, by the way. I think
so
people were shocked that it was her, but WWE has always tied themselves to entertainment. But like you said, it's
nah, they're making an effort. So let me explain this and how they're making the effort. Right, you see a lot of black champions right now, or black, or like you see a lot of talent that's not just white. It's like all races, like Lola Vice being Cuban. You see like I almost forgot her name, but Kalani Jordan. You starting to see like EST, and then they're not just trying to make a black cool like, hey y'all, just be yourself. We're gonna tailor you a little bit. We want you to fall in this dynamic, being a hero or a baby face or a villain, but be yourself, right? Like Bianca Belair doing the hair to it, like, you know what I'm saying? She chills, she's being herself. That shit was not gonna fly in 1988. Fuck? Hell no. You don't even get a black WWF champion until 1998, and that's The Rock. And then you don't get another one till Kofi Kingston. When you look at the world title, which is not the WWF title, remember what they did to WCW and how they buried every talent that came over. They put black champions on there with King Booker when they bought the company, who was already a 5-time WCW champion when WCW was still afloat, and then Mark Henry. And then on the WWE side, you get Bobby Lashley who wins it, and he gets cashed in on by Big E. That's your whole run of black champions. Like that's it. And Ron Simmons in WCW, but like you know what I'm saying in 1992. So when I see them now with no Vince and they're looking at like, bro, if you talent, let the talent speak. Don't give a fuck if you white, black, Spanish, whatever, Asian.
do
It don't
you
matter.
do you? I,
And
I
that's
don't I
nowadays.
don't mean to make this a racial thing, but do you consider Roman Reigns a black champion?
Fuck no. He's Hawaiian as fuck. He ain't black. He ain't black. There was no transatlantic slave trade for him, brother. No, no, he's Samoan. He's Samoan. And that is a thing of its own with real, like, you know what I'm saying, real lineage and real history behind it. And that's why I'm happy they're acknowledging people's stuff, like Lola Vice being Cuban and, you know what I'm saying, even Damian Priest being Puerto Rican and shit. Like, I like this. And you still have, it's not like they're trying to put down other races. No, everybody getting off LA night. Yeah, like, yeet, yeah, yeet, yeah, yeet. Like, let's get it. You don't like that shit? Oh, well, my bad. But hey, it ain't for everybody. But I like it. This shit was
I'm
not
still
happening in 1988. Matter of fact, remember No Holds Bar movie with Michael Jordan, I almost said, with Hulk Hogan, Zeus, that's Debo. That's how he gets his start. But anyway, he comes over to the WWE. They squad, man. Took him out in a steel cage match, him and Macho Man versus Brutus Beefcake, who had no he just was attached to WWE through Hulk Hogan. They were best friends. Nobody was getting no runs with that title. That was.
HP is on one tonight, y'all.
I'm
This
just
is
telling you, that's the truth.
Attitude Era podcast, and
Ahmed Johnson, 1996, the
we
first Black Intercontinental Champion.
We real fans over here. That's all. We just real fans.
You know?
And sometimes we overlook things in the entertainment spaces, but it's a lot of things that shouldn't have flown in the world of wrestling, if we really be honest. But you know, we love it. We watch it.
Half Italian, half Samoan. Yeah, I mean, yeah, he ain't black.
Roman Reigns is
Samoan,
half Italian, half Samoan.
And he should. I don't know. I mean, I've never heard him say anything about his Italian side, but he definitely goes off his. I've heard Roman, The Rock. The Rock talks about his black side. He was in Nation Domination. Talks about his dad, Peter, Rocky Johnson.
Italians they African.
No, I'm getting the fuck out of here.
They North African. HB has left the building, folks. HB has left the building. We're not gonna get into that, man.
We're not getting into all that. We love everybody though. But I do like that diversity is. It's like it's not a thing anymore. Like if you can talk, if you can wrestle, Sol Ruka. I don't know what the fuck she is. I don't care what the fuck she is. Roxanne Perez, dope. Fucking y'all know my girl Liv Morgan. Give a fuck what she is. As long as she smell good, you know what I'm saying? She about to get dom, you know what I'm saying? She ain't even got the jiggly wigglies. She just can wrestle. She can get good on the mic. She has the presence. She has, you know what I'm saying? She has all the things that you want your star to have. She just does. She has it. So does Dom. So does Damian Priest.
I didn't know Alexa Bliss had a baby. I didn't know she had a baby.
Who?
Alexa Bliss.
Oh shit.
I think I saw something with her saying she did her first training or something since having a baby. So
Jinder Mahal. Kobe just brought Jinder Mahal. Yeah, let everybody, because you have to understand too. People, the
modern day Maharaja. I like that modern day Maharaja thing.
I didn't, but I respected it. I thought
he was a dope. Marley, he you know what? I don't know what's in my man cup. We didn't do the cup check tonight. I don't.
No, I'm good. I didn't like it, but I respected it. I thought he was a dope heel. I thought he was a good champion. But I don't know. He wasn't my.
That was the whole breaking into India thing. We know what that was about. So,
but again, people who are Indian watch wrestling, and there's no one for them to look up to, right? And then all of a sudden, Jinder Mahal, who was a jobber for them at one point, comes back. He's in great shape.
And that's the thing. We all need somebody to look up to. We all need to see somebody do the thing that we think or aspire to do. That's why you need to see a Bianca Belair with the long ponytail being extra blackety black. That's why you need to see Stone Cold Steve Austin beat up his boss, because who didn't want to beat up their boss and curse their boss out? That's why you need to see
over the body.
That's why you need to see someone who can't speak English that well speak their native language and still reach success. So yeah, it's good to see those things. So because you identify with that. And
WWE is global. I mean, it's global. And I feel like some of my favorites right now are Seth fucking Rollins. It don't fucking matter, man. Seth Rollins is money to me. Every aspect of what he does. Every aspect. Except for his fucking outfits and his shoes. Well, I like his outfits. I like his in-ring outfits.
Yeah,
he heels and shit. I'd be like, Seth, you tripping. But it's funny because it's just you know what I mean?
Prince wore heels and he made Purple Rain.
Huh?
Prince wore heels and he made Purple Rain.
But that's where he gives off like that vibe. He gives off that aura. I mean, you know what? I'm gonna look into this. Is that what his character's kind of based on, that he's doing like low key?
I don't know. I think what happens is Becky Lynch orders things and they too big and he just wear them.
I don't know. Now that you said that makes me like, I might really start fucking with his character like that. Like, yo,
set outfits. Some of them, when they hit, but some of them, yeah, it's very, very, games blouses with some pancakes.
Match blouses. That's how that's about.
We want some pancakes. But man, we just kicking the Attitude Era podcast. 5 minutes after anything WWE, we go live. 5 minutes after Raw ends, 5 minutes after SmackDown, 5 minutes after NXT. We go live here on YouTube and on Twitter. And if you want Twitter, slide over to YouTube and get up that subscription. Shout out to the 10,000 followers. We just hit 10,000 followers and we on our road to 20. And that's going to be crazy. And aside from the lives, we drop weekly content. Tuesdays, we drop our Double Up series. And then we also recap things and anything going on in wrestling. We just recap and talked about the big signing that they just signed in WWE. We recap Who Killed WCW, WrestleMania 40 Behind the Curtain. And we have exclusive stuff on our Patreon. I'm not going to run you through all that, but if you like wrestling, you like rapping, and you like exclusives, Patreon is where it's at. And if you like gaming, we on that too. So if y'all got some questions for us, anything y'all want to know, we can hit it real quick. And then we going to hold y'all because it is Friday night. You know what I'm saying?
It's Friday night and the weekends.
Friday night.
Down and
podcast jumping. Hey, feeling right. Yeah, so
what's the difference between Seth and AJ Styles? Yo, that's a good question. I feel like Seth Rollins has better in the ring, literal, like as far as the mat wrestling, and AJ does more aerial.
You about to upset me.
I think, and I'm not taking anything away from either one of them.
The difference between Seth Rollins and AJ Styles in the ring is AJ Styles is older now. AJ Styles was arguably the most well-known, popular wrestler in the world at one point because AJ Styles, before coming to the WWE, he won titles in every promotion around the world, from America to New Japan to TNA. AJ Styles was the face, the champion, and the brand for a lot of companies. The only thing I think really is age, but a prime AJ Styles versus a prime Seth Rollins match is something we would probably be talking about forever. But I think that's the only difference. And Seth's pretty aerial too, but AJ's
I think AJ is more aerial though. Like,
well, that's what I meant. AJ is more aerial, but he has a couple of big moves from the aerial. But Seth is aerial too because he does a lot of stuff from the top rope. That Falcon Arrow roll thing is incredible. Yeah. So that's a good question though. We might have to play Seth Rollins versus AJ Styles on the WWE 2K24. Then Kobe, next episode, we'll get back to you and let you know what's the difference. You know what I'm saying? We're going to play a little 2K24. I think I'm going to hop on the game after this, actually. So
you hopping on? If you hopping on, I'm going to hop on.
I think we're going to hop on. I think the podcast, DNA, he might pop on too. So, you want to game with us, drop your gaming tags in the chat. Or you can follow me at Archie Carter Live. That's what it is. ArchieCarterLive, Archie Carter Live on the PS5. And then when you find me, you find HP, you find
but I ain't gonna hold you.
You find DNA, you find the whole crew on there. So
I'm using my son's shit right now. But when I get my shit up and running, it's King HP. I think it's like.
See, the problem is HP. He's an Xbox guy, right? And the rest of the podcast gang, we PlayStation guys. So, you know what I'm saying? That's
over. I got both. But I gotta go on my son's joint. You know what I mean? So
yeah, Kobe, if you game, man, PS5, let us know. And like I said, shout out to Vinny. Vinny had us up 2-3 in the morning last night playing the game. Then eventually we just start talking. You know what I'm saying? So we talk, we chatted up with the people, we play with the people. Like I said, DNA may pop in probably because he said he wanted to get busy tonight. So that's what we do. Like I said, we watch wrestling, we talk wrestling, we play wrestling. Like I said, it's a family thing, man. We kicking it with the homies. I don't want to be out in the streets on a Friday night. I want to be home, kicking it with my fam in the house and my fam online. So y'all family, and it's a good time. I have just as much fun doing this podcast and these recaps, talking to y'all, and I do it if I'm going out and I ain't got to get all dressed up and pay people for stuff. So what you doing, HP?
Standing these motherfuckers up.
The most interesting man in the world, folks. You got anything before we go, man?
See what they did to my fucking Marvel shelf. So now I'm done.
Speaking of Marvel, if y'all didn't know, that man right there, HP, he has his own YouTube channel where he recaps, talks about, breaks down Marvel movies, cartoons, anime, anything in the Marvel world, that guy touches it. And he just dropped a reaction video to the new Captain America movie. So if you want to know what that's about, check him out. It's something he does real cool over there at Hall Preezy Universe. And yeah, it's on YouTube. Yeah, so yeah, he do that. And you know, you keep catching me somewhere in your city doing a concert, somewhere rapping at the anime conventions and Comic Cons, because that's what I do. That's my world. You know, I got DNA the only one that can rap on the Attitude Era podcast. And if he was here, I hit him. Hey yo.
Matter of fact, let's not forget him and DNA. It was the wave cap versus the recap Money in the Bank predictions.
We lost the
I was
bet.
5
We
out of
lost
6.
a gentleman's bet. So we had to recap the Money in the Bank pay-per-view, but rap about it. I offered. DNA is traveling right now.
He's traveling. He's traveling.
So you know, we couldn't get to that just yet, but we working on a project, a little music business over here. And I mentioned the Patreon earlier. DNA raps, Z the Dropout raps. You know who else raps? Jacob Fatu. And they got a song on the Patreon. So, like I said, if you in the Twitter world, thank you for tapping in. Y'all family now. Y'all Twitter fam. Slide over to the YouTube side of things and hit the notification button. That way you don't miss that. And you can check out all the other stuff we did. We just dropped the interview today with Rob Van Dam. We dropped one last week with Mike Chioda. The week before that, I want to say it was Kurt Angle. The week before that, it was Trick Williams.
Yeah, one of the others.
Yeah, so we have
definitely check them out.
Godfather, D-Lo, Eric Bischoff. We got something lined up with a legend tomorrow that they're doing. We got Bret Hart coming up. I think the Bella Twins, Vince Russo, that's coming up. But in the past, we name them. We interviewed them. We talked to them right here on the Attitude Era podcast.
Mark Henry, Kurt Angle, you said. Val Venus. It's a Samantha Irvin.
Yeah. I think that's a good note. That's a good thought to end the night with. So shout out to every. Well, I'm about to be Ricochet and be flipping off the bed in a few minutes. What you talking about? You all right?
On that note, we solid. But tap back in. Definitely, if you have any more questions, go to follow the Twitter. We're always posting stuff on.
Yeah, we're always posting, and if some news breaks or something breaks, we're gonna talk about it here. But if not, we're gonna see y'all Monday night, 5 minutes after Raw. Tuesday night, 5 minutes after NXT, and again Friday night after SmackDown, like y'all did tonight. We appreciate y'all. Y'all be safe. Hope this week was good to you and good for you. Follow me on everything at the Archie Carter. Yeah, Kobe. Oh, Kobe. Follow me on everything at the Archie Carter. Follow Attitude Era podcast on everything. Check out HP's Hall Preezy Universe, Captain America trailer reaction video, and all the things he's got going on.
Follow me on Twitter. I follow back.
Oh, he gonna tweet. He's Twitter fingers.
Yeah, I'm a tweet because I got this, and we got the Hall Preezy, and then on top of that, I have random thoughts.
And as y'all can see, y'all heard the stuff he said. Just imagine the things he thinks. And we're going to leave like that. We appreciate y'all. This is the Attitude Era podcast. Southeast Mouthpiece, the Archie Carter, King HP. And we see y'all Monday. Unless something happened. We're going to see y'all sooner than that. But Monday is a date. Book it. You heard? Peace.